Right, guys, so before we start this video, obviously we've got supplements, 1M House, we've got everything, we've got the streaming platform, you consume all the content, but I really wanted to focus on the course. Our course is about life setup, framing, setting your life up in a certain way, how you can conduct yourself, around women and stuff like that, how you've got a certain energy that you need. It's stuff I can't talk about on YouTube that I don't really want to go out for PR purposes. But I've just done the Leonardo DiCaprio video. So I've done a Dan Bilzerian one before about like how he set his life up in a certain way that he gets results. I've just done the same one with DiCaprio. I've done a full breakdown, 40 minutes or so, on how he sets his life up, how he frames himself, how he acts, how he's able to, date beautiful young women under the age of 25 and he's like 50 years old, how he's able to pull that off. Whether it's right or wrong, I've done a breakdown, I've figured out how he's done it. So if you want to get that, the link is below to the course, guys. It'll be uploaded by the time this video goes live. Okay, guys, in this video I want to talk about the benefits of constantly evolving as a man, not sitting still, changing who you are. It's very important to do, okay? So since the early stages of my YouTube videos, I'm a different man. I'm a completely different person. I've got a completely different lifestyle. I don't think the same anymore. I believe in very much the same things and the core fundamentals. I believe that what I did to get to where I am is perfect. I think that's the exact route that a man needs to follow. I think everything that I've said is true. But I've evolved massively, and I think you need to continually keep doing it, because the people that stay where they are the people that go stale very, very quickly. They don't evolve. And the reason I'm making this video is I've had so much pushback in the last 12 months, 14 months, with the streaming platform and then 1M House. And it's strange. It's strange. It makes me wonder, what position in life that you guys are in, because are you just wanting me to keep making videos for your own benefit because it's a dopamine hit and it's like, oh, I feel better about myself now. Thank God Chris said something. Now I can just kind of just do nothing for a week because I actually feel good. I feel like I accomplished something. The difference is, guys, I don't want to make YouTube videos forever. I always said I didn't want to. I said I wanted to evolve and go to a higher level and make it all about business and professionalism. And I wanted to have it so there's like a team sat around a desk and we're doing a morning meeting. I want to be surrounded by people. I want a nice life. And it was a means to an end. It was great. I helped a lot of people out, but it's your time to shine now. I don't know how people don't understand that. Like, I want you guys to shine. I want you guys to take the information and go and do it in your own life and become the superstar you were meant to be. Whether that's out at 1M House with us, thriving, and your life is better because of it, or whether you don't sign up, but you take the advice in the videos, you put that into your own life, and you go and become a superstar, and maybe one day in 10 years' time we bump into each other, and I'm like, congratulations, man. Like, look at everything that you've done. It's all because of you. Like, I want that for people, but I think a lot of you aren't evolving. I think you're sat there going, right, I sit here every day and I watch videos and I consume content, but it's like in the meantime, while you've been doing that, I've been evolving. Like, I release YouTube videos very late because I work all day on other stuff, and then at the end of the day I go, I better help the guys out and make a video. That's a really good piece of advice that I could give them. I've been working on stuff non-stop. And people are like, oh, you're constantly rebranding. And it's like, no, this has been in the plans for 2 years. This has been something that we've always wanted to push towards. We've always wanted to change. We've always wanted to, like YouTube's coming to an end. Like all the social media, the influencer stuff, the sat in front of a camera and just talking to people and giving advice. It's going to come to an end. People will want real world, interactive. They want to network with high level people. That's why 1M House is quite literally perfection. Stream platform is my thing. That's for me, is my passion project. It'll take me 10 years to do, but I'm gonna work on it. But 1M House is very much interactive. You're gonna be sat there with the highest level people that you could imagine. You're gonna be learning from all these people. You love watching my videos. Well, why not sit on a sofa opposite me and have a chat in real life about certain things? Like, that's what's on the table, and it might not even be me. It'll be, somebody who's worth 10 million who's a member who you can sit and learn from, get advice from. It would be the best opportunity of your life. Now, that's not me pitching to say sign up to 1M House. Even if you don't do that, I'm saying, guys, you have to evolve. I'm seeing so many people get like down and negative and like, oh, I won't be able to watch the videos anymore. I always said at some point I would disappear, and I'm not actually disappearing. I'm actually, I'm actually helping you guys out by slowly doing this. At some point, in the past, I was thinking to myself, do you know what? One day I'll just wake up and never do videos again. But I'm actually giving you guys that pre-warning. I'm saying you're going to be going out on your own now. Do you know what I mean? It's almost like you've just graduated. You've just finished school. It's your time to shine. It's your time to go for it now. Like everything that I've ever taught you, you've got to put it into action, because I think based on what I've seen in the last few months, a lot of people aren't evolving. They're just constantly sat there being the same man that they were, consuming content, watching videos, but it's all theory. Until you actually put it into action, you do it and you make it practical, it's all theory. And a lot of you aren't evolving. Like, I do exactly what I've been saying for the last 7-8 years on YouTube. I've been living that life. I've been doing that every single day. I've been waking up early, going to the gym, 4 liters of water, you know, changing who I am as a man, like trying to push myself, making myself uncomfortable, like all these different things that I've been doing. That's the life that I'm pushing for. But I see a lot of you just stuck in this kind of like red pill bubble. And I'm here to warn you, it's coming to an end. Like, that whole era's got massively saturated. The Tates came in, put a rocket ship to the bottom of this industry, flew it to the highest point, and then everybody tried to become a clone and copy it and whatever. And it's had its time. It's had its time. The whole industry it's slowly dying. You can see everybody's views are coming down. Everything's fading away. And it's like, you need to evolve, because people get older. People watch the content. They take the advice. They go and do it. And they become successful. If you're one of those guys who sat there just watching videos, so it's like you're getting left behind. Because I'm evolving all the time. The people who have taken the advice and gone and built a life, and they're like, I don't watch content as much anymore. Great. That was the whole aim. That was the whole aim, to make better men. If I'm not doing that, I'm not doing my job. It's like, it's never been about YouTube for me. It's never been about the following. It was just a way to help and educate men. And I feel like I've done that now, and all my external businesses are perfectly positioned for me to push forward and live the life that I always wanted to live. A lot of you are just stuck in this mindset, but you need to evolve. You need to constantly be thinking all the time, what's next? Where can I go? What's the next level for me? What's the next stage? How can I surround myself with better people, higher quality women? How can I be in better venues? Like, as you get older, you won't want the same things you did when you were younger. To be aware of that when you're young is massive, guys. I've been thinking like this for 10 years. I'm now in a position where I'm like, this is the perfect life I've always dreamt of. I can be the exact man that I always wanted to be. It's right there for me. I've been evolving year after year. And some of you don't like it. Some of you are like, we loved Chris in the garage. You know, everyone loved me when I was in the garage. Oh, you're one of us. We're all suffering together. Like, I hate women. But once I've like done what I said I was going to do, once I've evolved, once I've pushed forward and gone to a higher level, people have got an issue with it. And the only reason they've got an issue with it is because they're not evolving themselves. That is why we've said we're taking the best of the best to 1M House. Like, those guys are coming with us because they've worked hard. Like, that's who we've become friends with. That's the people that I've been talking with on a daily basis. If you haven't done that, and you haven't evolved your life, and you haven't become a better person, well, that's on you. You know, I'm not your little dopamine hit every day where I release a new video and it keeps you happy because your girlfriend won't come back with you. Do you know what I mean? It's just like, it's on you. At some point you need to go, do you know what, Chris? Loved your content. Thanks for everything. But it's time to live my own life now. So, you know, that's all on the table for you guys. Constantly evolve. Constantly be pushing. Because getting left behind, it gives you the biggest feeling of regret ever. And nobody's going to care about you when they move on, when they move forward. Like, I've given you all this advice. I've given you all these free videos, 700 odd videos over the years. I feel like I've changed this industry for the better. You know, some of the stuff that I was doing is now reverbed into the wider community. You know, stuff like the body language analysis, the Tommy Shelby videos, James Bond, that created an entire industry. Stuff like Stick or Twist, the male advantage, that's almost the entire narrative of this industry now. There's almost, you know, straight 7 systems, stuff like that. I've left my mark. I'm happy with what I've done. I've got these businesses now. I'm going to focus on them and move forwards. You guys need to do the same. Don't get left behind. You know, and I'm deleting the old videos. We're moving forward. We're creating a new brand. We're evolving. We're evolving for the better. We have a plan. I'm 31. My business partner's 28. We're not stupid guys. You know, we're successful guys. We know what we're doing. We've spoken to some high-level people. We're not just sat there going, oh, I think we're going to, like, we've planned this out. We've got 10-year plan in place. We've spoken with some very high-level people. We talk about this daily. We've strategized it all. It's not just, people think everything's on a whim and just, oh, we'll make it up as we go. Like, this has been put in place for 2 years. I've been thinking about this for a long time. We found a gap in the market. We know what we want. We know what we're going after. You know, we're basically a property company, plus a membership company, plus a meal prep service, plus a rental service. Like, we got so many different, facets to this business. We know where we're headed. And that's what I've done as a man. I've evolved. So every time I've spoken to you guys about the other side of male life, getting to that next level, becoming the man that I always wanted to be, it's there for you. You can do the same thing too, but you're not going to get it sat there watching a YouTube video with a podcast where 4 guys are laughing at 10 women. It's just no benefit to your life. Do you know what I mean? I've tried to teach you guys this along the way, but that's what people seem to love. People want to just sit there and just gorge on crap, just gorge on garbage, just sit there and just listen to guys just shitting on women and just saying, oh, the reason you're a hoe is if that's what you want to watch, then this channel probably was never for you. So I don't know why you subscribed in the first place. But, this is almost, we've got to the last day at school and some of you haven't got your grades. Like, we're getting very close to that. And when I open 1M House, a lot of you are going to feel left behind and be like, shit, what have I been doing for the last few years? Like, how has this guy bought a house/hotel, members club? How has he pushed it to that level? And it's like, because I was never sitting still. When people were saying you should just stick to YouTube and make videos, like, do you know what we're doing behind the scenes? Do you know how much revenue's coming in? Like, this is just a diary for me where I just talk to you guys. It's never a business model. So, a lot of you need to sit down tonight and have a think, about yourselves. Like, have you just been gorging on content? Have you just been watching videos? Are you actually taking action? Is it theory for you or is it practical? When I tell you something, are you going, Chris, you're the man in the comment section? Or are you going, great, I'm going to go and try that tomorrow morning. I'm going to go out on the street and I'm actually going to act in that manner. There's a big difference, guys. And I get disappointed because I'm like, that's why I did this in the early days, to help people who were or who are where I was. When I was depressed and lonely and young and I had nothing going on and I worked hard and I got to a certain level, I'm nearly ready to leave. I'm nearly ready to leave the First Man brand. And it's going to become 1M House. We've already done it on Instagram. We're about to do it on YouTube. There'll be an entire rebrand. And I'm great. Do you know what I mean? The business is generating more cash than ever. The business is in the healthiest position it's ever been in. We've got everything we ever need. Like, I don't need to do this, but I've done it out of kindness, just to help people over the years. And it's like, I'm ready to leave. I want to make sure you guys have got all the tools, that you're in the right place. And if you don't, that's on you. It's your fault. So, it's slightly disappointing because you've got 170,000 guys and you're like, how many of them are actually doing what you say? Are they just watching videos or are they actually taking the advice? Are they just consuming content or are they actually going out into the world and making action of it? Because in theory, anybody who subscribes to my channel shouldn't be here longer than 6 months to a year before they don't need the videos anymore. That's best case scenario. And moving forwards, probably another 10 days to 2 weeks or something like that, probably likely 10 days, we're going to be at the house and that's going to be my life moving forward. It's going to be 1M House. It's going to be, the members club. That's going to be my full-time job. And I'm going to get somebody to vlog my journey the whole way through, show what we're working on every day, the meetings that we're in. It's going to be very Gary V, Ryan Serhant type content. You guys, I think, are going to love it. But, I'm evolving. I'm evolving with my content. I'm evolving with my audience. I'm evolving my brand. I'm going to the next level. Like, are you guys doing the same? Are you taking that advice? Or are you just stuck in this, like, red pill podcast rut where you're listening to content, you're going, oh, that makes me feel better, that makes me optimistic? Because optimism, I've always said, was my channel's greatest strength. It's one of the strongest drugs in the world. Are you guys just thriving and living off optimism? Are you actually doing something about it? Are you actually, the guy who's taking the advice and then taking action? Or are you just sitting there and just consuming? Because that's no different than just watching a series on Netflix every day for the rest of your life. It's not taking you anywhere. You're listening, great, but what is it doing for you? That's the problem with all these members clubs before we did ours. WhatsApp groups. This is the problem with all, most YouTube channels. It's all about the individual on camera. It's all about the person. That's why most people's channels are their name, because it's all about them. It's about their journey. They're telling you how, what they went through and stuff like that. And you guys are almost living vicariously through that person, which is fine. It's giving you, a lot of benefits in life. It's giving you a lot of advice that you can take and you can push forward with. But at some point you need to go, I'm the main attraction here. I'm the star of my own life. Like, I need to make something happen. Like, it's my time to shine. Like, it's great. I've been watching you for a while. You're thriving, but, it's probably, I want to do something in my life. Like, thank you for the advice. You got me out of a rut. You put me on the straight and narrow. I want to push forward now. And that's what I hope I can do with you guys. Like, the subscribers, the subscribe count, it's never bothered me. Getting paid ad revenue, I've never done it. Like, all the signs are there. Do you know what I mean? I put every penny I've ever made back into this business time and time and time again. I've practiced what I've preached, and it's paid off, and it's nearly time to go. It'll be about 10 days to 2 weeks, and then it's time to move on, guys. Like, and I hope a lot of you don't just go, I'll find the next guy who talks about this stuff. And it's like, yeah, but we've been doing this a long while now. All of us. We've been doing this a long while. Like, it's time to go. It's time to evolve. It's time to push forward. It's time to kick on. It's time to become, those high-level men that we always wanted to be. The male advantage is here, or it's coming for a few of you guys. Actually live it. Actually get there. I don't want you guys 40, 50 years old moaning about women, sat there watching podcasts. Like, come on, guys. You want to be surrounded by good people. You're going to want to start families and stuff like that. This is natural. It's the journey that we've all been on. We all talked about this for like 5, 6, 7, 8 years. We all, were happy about this in the comments. We'll get there together. I'll see you at the Male Advantage. I'm there now. Who joined me? Like, who was coming with me? Who was ready? Who was watching and who was consuming and who was actually taking action? It's a question you guys need to ask yourself. Like, you need to constantly be evolving, guys. So be very careful about being left behind. There'll be a few more videos left on this channel. And then we'll go over to, 1M House, the vlogs. I think you guys will enjoy the journey and what we're doing with that. It's absolutely enormous. We've got a lot of people from the external world that are trying to apply now as well. So, it's getting bigger than YouTube. It's getting bigger than the First Man channel. There's people from, just finding us on Google and going, this is cool. Can I apply? So, yeah, it's the next evolution. And I think if you come with us, you're going to go to the sky. Do you know what I mean? It's going to change your life. But if you want to stay on YouTube, you just want to do red pill content, you want to watch podcasts all your life, hey, that's you. You do you. But I know which one I'd prefer. See you later, guys.